You could say it's somewhat inconspicuous. After all, it's only 180 miles across, tucked away along Canada's Atlantic coast. But that's probably why Prince Edward Island remains one of the world's great sanctuaries. Located just a short distance away from the hustle and bustle of Toronto or Boston, PEI can easily be reached by just about any mode of transportation, be it car, plane, train, or ferry. Once you arrive, you'll find no shortage of places to stay, from the comfort of four-star hotels and family motor inns to the tranquility of country inns and historic bed and breakfasts. Or, if you prefer, you can stay at one of the many seaside RV parks or campgrounds. Then, once you're settled, you can begin planning your itinerary. If you're a golfer, you'll be pleased to learn that there are nearly a dozen spectacular courses located just an hour's drive from the center of the island, many of which are considered world-class, yet surprisingly they're rarely busy. If you like, you could spend your entire vacation on the more than 40 sandy beaches that pepper the island. Some, like Cavendish, stretch for 7 miles, massaged by waters as warm as any found north of the Carolinas. Of course, there are always those who prefer a more active vacation. Well, you'll be pleased to know that PEI has been written up in many magazines as one of North America's top windsurfing locations. Also, thanks to the light traffic and scenic roads, the island is an ideal place to cycle, with touring packages offered by a number of different companies. Then there's the food. Naturally, you can expect all kinds of ocean-fresh seafood, like lobster and Malpec oysters. But chances are, it'll be the homegrown potatoes that'll have you coming back for seconds. If you're more of a history buff, you may want to visit the site of the Charlottetown Conference, where in 1864 the first steps were taken in establishing a new Canadian nation. In fact, only PEI can call itself the cradle of Confederation. And then there's Lucy Maud Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables, the world-renowned story of a feisty little red-haired orphan who has the good fortune to find adoptive parents in Prince Edward Island. You'll see traces of Anne all over the province, including Green Gables house, a live stage play, or even the author's place of birth. As you can imagine, there are a lot of other things to do here before you go home, but the truth of the matter is that you will probably never leave Prince Edward Island. Not in your heart, anyway. Which is probably how Lucy Maud Montgomery felt when she sat down to write the following memoirs in her now famous journals.
I had in my vivid imagination a passport to the geography of fairyland. In a twinkling, I could and did whisk myself into regions of wonderful adventures, unhampered by any restrictions of time or place. I longed to stand out on that remote peak, beyond which was the land of lost sunsets. And when I went down, the same old miracle took place. The moment I set foot on the red soil, it was home. I had never been away, and oh, how lovely and lovelier and loveliest it was. How satisfying. Shadow waves rolling over a field of ripe wheat all gave me thoughts that lay too deep for tears, and feelings which I had then no vocabulary to express. And all the old beauty. I had forgotten that the ponds and rivers of Prince Edward Island were so brilliantly, so unbelievably blue. I walked and prowled by night as I had not done for years. The sunset was lovely beyond words. I drank its beauty in as I walked down the old shoreland, and my soul was filled with a nameless exhilaration. I had left the world and the cares of the world so far behind me that they seemed like a forgotten dream.
Welcome, my friend, we're together again. Let's make the most of the time we can spend. The best of friends.
Rod Mill River and Brudenell River Resorts. Call for your Rod Hotels and Resorts Vacation Value Package brochure.
Can't wait to get away from it all? Come relax in PEI with Brian Moore Tours. Call 1-800-565-0305 to book your PEI getaway. Enjoy 3 nights and 4 days with us, including airfare, car, and delightful bed and breakfast. Come for as little as $635 from Toronto. Come for the fun. Come for the golf. Come for tea. Call Brian Moore Tours now. 1-800-565-0305. Tell the man sent you.